In a large majority of the city's denial letters, officials listed it was not given a reasonable amount of time to respond to reported potholes, something the mayor never listed in her new policy as a factor for approving pothole claims. Well, today we're looking at another reason officials are not paying people for damages and talking to one woman who says the city lied to her.
I heard it go, and this tire completely went out.
But it felt like more like a crater in the street.
Shelby Shull and Mia Rose Lawrence are both students.
I live off of financial loans.
They both hit potholes and filed claims against the city.
I started driving off and heard a noise and realized the back tire was slowly leaking air.
They were also both denied because of the names on their car titles.
The car my parents bought for me when I was 17 years old, and just in the process of finishing high school, going to college, moving around a lot for that, it just never made sense for us to take the time to do it.
In addition to people like Shull, who have the same last name as their parents who are on the title, married couples were also denied if their significant other was on the title instead.
We do need to figure out if they are the owner or they are the lessee of the vehicle, just to make sure that they are in fact the party who was damaged by the pothole claim.
This is taxpayer dollars. This is Omaha taxpayer dollars that we are paying these claims, and we better be careful with how we are investigating and paying those out.
The city says this is a requirement because of fraud concerns, but nothing on the city's website or in the mayor's press release stated the actual owner of the vehicle had to file the claim. It wasn't until several weeks after people like Lawrence and Shull filed their claims that they received a letter back requesting a copy of their registration or title. But here's where their stories differ. Shull got a letter saying she was denied because her name didn't match the title, but the city didn't tell Lawrence her title was the problem. Instead, the city said it was not given a reasonable amount of time to respond to the pothole.
Here's the thing. It wasn't, whenever we send a letter out, we don't necessarily put all of the reasons as far as on the reasons why we denied the claim.
After finding several reports of potholes in the city's own database prior to Lawrence's incident, we emailed Assistant City Attorney Jeff Bloom our findings. He responded reasonable time was not a factor in Lawrence's claim, even though that was the only reason listed on her letter.
That's interesting. That's not okay. I don't know. That's ridiculous.
When we asked Bloom for an explanation, he declined to provide any more information on individual claims.
Well, they lied. I mean, they didn't ask for any additional information, and that's something they should have done rather than just denying me.
Different roads.
The cost of repairing my car was almost 2 months of what my rent would be.
With the same disappointing end.
I think it just came down to a technicality, and it was something they can get away with.
These students say the city failed them. If you received a denial letter stating the city was not given a reasonable amount of time to respond to the pothole you hit, go to our website. See for yourself when the pothole was reported, how many people reported it, and how long it took the city to fix it. You can find all of that on our website at 3newsnow.com.